daggers. Let's see what you can do with that. Let's see what you can do with that. How you want to kill every one of us. We are harmless. We are harmless. No gun with us. No stick. No violation. Nothing. We're not suffering. Even the so-called people that are using to intimidate us are suffering. Why shouldn't we speak? Why can't we talk then? Now arrest, ba. Now arrest. You are afraid to die. One day all of us will die. All of us, everybody in this country. One day, not the whole wide world. The whole wide world. But today, the man and the men and the women who fought for democracy have been asked to be shot with their hard tax. They have been asked to be killed on the street. They have been asked to be killed on the street. Gentlemen of the press, we want you people. We don't have weapons. We don't have any arms to fight. But you are our weapons. You are our arms. And from the white saying from history, he said the weapon of the pen is bigger and stronger than the weapon of the gun. Therefore, we are relying on you people. So please and please spread it across the world that the people who fought for the emancipation and the democracy we are enjoying today are being incarcerated, are under siege. And there is a shoot-aside order on all of us. And that is the instruction we are getting from the police. The police are not our enemy per se, but they are our
Where are your colleagues?
My colleagues they are here, short. You can see them coming already. Because a lot of the Black Maria is everywhere. What happened last time? They are here. What happened last time in the stadium has repeated itself here today. In short, there is a more mobilization here now in the stadium. Because we were even allowed to get to the stadium point where we protested. But we were not even allowed into the event place where we are even going for a peaceful consultation. We are not even allowed for a meeting. We are not even allowed to go to hold an assembly amongst ourselves. We are not going there with arms. It's an event center where we're to hold a meeting. Gentlemen of the press, I hope you are all aware that Nigeria as a country, the ill-fated amalgamation of 1914, which we are not suffering today, is an aberration to our rights right now. The people who fought for democracy are under siege. The people who fought for democracy are in pains, are in jail, are in prison, have been asked to be shot at every point on protest grounds. Are we not a signatory to the 1948 Human Rights Convention in Geneva? I think Nigeria is a signatory to that treaty. If we are not, let the world tell us. It is time for us to know if Nigeria is a signatory to the treaty of the International Human Rights Convention. We don't have the right to peaceful assembly. We don't have the right to food. We don't have the right to good schools for our children ourselves. We don't have a right to anything that makes us comfortable as citizens of a country. Then what is the essence of living? If you don't have right to water, you don't have right to the roads, you don't have right to hospitals, you don't have right you don't have right to schools in education, you don't have a medical right. Is there any essence of living at all? And these are the purpose why we fought the former military junta of Abacha. Today, I think the present junta, you all agree. I don't know which. I leave that to the world and the press to decide. If the military junta of Abacha, the time we were all on the street during that 500 naira to take the child to the nearest medical center, where he would take a car for 500 naira. He lost a boy of 7 years old before I got there without that 500 naira. When you get to that hospital, there are nothing that can. Nothing is free. The road that leads people to the place, people don't have good access roads. When I was growing in this country, we used to have water corporation, where we would go to schools and where we would stop and drink water from the tap. When you are tired, check it home. But we don't have that again. We are even told that the way we dug with our money at the back of our houses, we should be paid for it. Drink because he doesn't have. So where are we? They say we should keep quiet. We cannot keep quiet for things to go wrong. We did not keep quiet. That is why they came to power. Because we didn't keep quiet for an oppressive government. That is why they are all where they are. People didn't fight for democracy. They are enjoying democracy. People who fought for democracy are being castrated. Sowore is in prison. A boy who fought for democracy at the age of 18, 19. He is in prison. Nigerians are comfortable. People who don't know how he fought out his life. How we all brought our life to the stake on the street when God pointed at us. They are or shot at and die, because the judiciary is supposed to be the next pepper of the common man, has also been compromised. Need the solidarity
forever.
We shall always fight for our rights. There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory for us. For Nigeria, there is victory.
Papa, I know you are very respected. You are very respected citizen of this country. No, sorry. These are the people that hide behind this.
That's our doctor.
I know you very well. Yes. Kind of
you are doing your work.
Thank you very much.
We just want to please.
It's unfortunate.
How are you?
We are very good, sir.
Yeah. Please, who is in charge?
Journalist, can you come on to this side?
Please, can you allow them to? Please, who is in charge? The officer.
I'm on down here, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Please, we have a program here. So what is the problem?
The Commission of Police have directed that come here, that this place are not permitted to be used for any...
Go behind if you don't understand.
Please don't go.
No, I think what the Commissioner of Police should ask you to do is to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order. But the Commissioner of Police cannot, with profound respect, ask us not to gather to discuss the affairs of our nation.
Exactly,
because it's our fundamental right.
Exactly, sir. That they just
Freedom of expression.
Just the reason why Commission of Police are doing down there is that he does not want whatever I want to do here to be taken over by some other elements. Look at what someone who said he's going to blow a
No.
He said it to declare at your hearing.
Officer.
If you are not being here, without have been taking that.
Please, nobody can blow you up. I'm here.
It's not possible.
I am here. But please,
then, I
want to assure you, on my own part, right?
Yes, sir.
That we are going to make the program peaceful. Since you are around, you can then help to prevent anybody that wants to cause a disruption. But we have the right, just like we are doing now, to discuss the affairs of our country without getting violent. And I can assure you of that.
Sir, can you find a way of getting in touch with the Commission of Police? Because we are here on instruction. So we cannot on our own.
No, the commissioner cannot ask me not to talk.
Yeah, that's what I said. No.
And that's what we want to do.
You can reach him and equally tell him your reason of gathering here. And if you say we should leave here, we will take here.
No, I don't have a phone here. I don't have a phone. So, but you have instruction. You have instruction that we shouldn't have a meeting.
We are told to make sure that this meeting, which is going to be held here, should not hold because there's information that some people will want to take over the reason why.
Luckily, you are here. That's what you are here for, to prevent them.
Exactly. That there was an impression that can have happened. If you are standing here, they're going to blow a police officer. No, you are only carrying me down that.
Officer.
Those are one of those.
Officer. The law in Nigeria says that you have a duty as police officer to protect us when we want to have a rally or a political meeting. This right to meet is guaranteed to assemble by Section 39 of the Constitution. And then Section 40 for us to assemble and discuss the affairs of our country. We have won that battle for all Nigerians. Incidentally, I took up that case for the AMPP, which was then led by General Muhammadu Buhari, the current president. We won the battle from the Federal High Court to the Court of Appeal. And the police then, in 2010, the police amended this code. Law was further amended in 2015, March 27, 2015, that whenever Nigerians decide to gather or to protest, the police will provide security. And we are happy you are here to protect security for us.
So there was no any that there's an intention to use services of which commission of police can decide.
So he's already aware.
It's already here while we're here now. Somebody, as I said, it's not a intention. Somebody is already here. It's said how good it was like that. You know,
Luckily, I can assure you.
What I'll do is,
I have taken part in protest for 40 years, and none has been allowed to come violent.
So I'm going to make
If you let the commissioner know I'm here, and everything will be peaceful, I'm undertaking, there will be no problem.
Okay.
Stay here.
For us, what do you make of this? We saw the revolution.
Make contacts. I'm sure nobody will ask us not to discuss the affairs of our country. Nobody.
It's not even a rally. It's a gathering in the private residence.
Yeah. That's the law. No, that's the position of the law now. That we have the right to even to march. And once there is information and the police are aware that people are trying to march or assemble peacefully, it's their duty to provide security. And I believe that is what they are, why they are here. They are making contacts, and I think we should give them some time.
What if they insist?
You know, I'm a lawyer. I deal with evidence. I don't engage in speculation. The media can do that, but I don't. I want to deal with facts. If we are then unable, then we can discuss. But I'm confident that, because we have left this stage ages ago. In fact, my last experience, of this kind of situation, I think had to do with it was Abacha junta. Yeah. Since 1999, we have not had cause to be embarrassed and be prevented from meeting to discuss. And people are doing that every day. In the villa, in the party secretariats. So people are meeting. So we are going to meet. I can assure you.
Sir, what does it mean to you?
As I said, I'm still waiting. I have not been told with some finality that we're not going to be allowed to meet. So I want to wait. And they are making contacts. Nobody is armed here, so we are peaceful people.
I mean, there must be gatherings and there will be gatherings for whatever nomenclature. And that is the right that we have ensured that we enjoy under our constitution. And we're not going to in any way forsake that for any form of forces. So the idea about people gathering to discuss about the country, to discuss about their issues, they have that fundamental right to assemble, to associate, and to express. So irrespective of why they are gathered, they have that right to do it. One of the reasons is the demand for them to also question the legitimacy of the detention of Omoyele Sowore. And they have the right to do that. They have the right to gather. The security have the right to protect the citizens and ensure security in the system. But they don't have the right and the power to stop people from associating. So that was why myself and a number of us were here this afternoon when we heard that they are being prevented from associating and meeting, that we know we would have to be here and make it abundantly clear to the states and to the police that the citizens have the right to assemble and they must assemble.
So do you think this
Oh, it's inevitable. This is very clear. This is a clear message. It is already gone that the people who are committed to a cause, you can't just stop them from doing it. So they have a cause of saying they want to engage in government. And when they want to engage in government, it does not mean that your engagement with government is only when you're in political office. It even starts when you question the legitimacy of actions and decisions of your government. That is participation in government. So for them to even gather and say they want to interrogate policies and programs of government, these are what we have been expecting from the young people. Some of us have done this 25, 30 years back, and we don't expect ourselves to continue at this stage. But if we are compelled to do that, we are not shying away from it. And we must ensure that the coming generation are conscious enough to interrogate policies and programs of government.
Let's welcome the Professor Omotai.
For them, it is not about putting the police on the road, and that is where you see the missing link and the missing point. It's about the social security for the people. That is what will bring down the issue of insecurity. There's no amount of appeal you want to give to an hungry man that he should not. It's a natural instinct. So if you're buying more than enough equipment and you are generating unemployed youth on daily basis, you will only be chasing shadows and pouring water on the back of the tank. So what that needs to be done is a conscious social program, not only at federal level, but at the state level. And sadly enough, all the state governments, almost all of them across the country, have failed in realizing that. So you don't see employment being generated in states, except paying salaries of local government and ministries, and everybody focuses on the federal government. But we need to hold accountable many of our state governments and governors who are living even larger than the president or even people at the federal. And without that conscious level of holding accountable all elected officers at local government, at the state government, and at the federal government, insecurity will just all continue to be with us for as long as we live. Olanrewaju Suraju, Chairman, Civil Society Network, this conference. Thank you.
Asking for the release of Sowore. There are hundreds of other Nigerians who are being detained illegally in police stations, in detention facilities of the armed forces, and the rest of them. So we are asking the government to ensure that every Nigerian is taken to court, every suspect is taken to court. And if there is no evidence of any offense committed, right, they should all be released. In the case of Sowore, the State Security Service claims to be investigating. But we are very convinced that the investigation had been concluded before he was arrested. Because the police addressed the press, the State Security Service addressed the press, and told the whole world the offenses allegedly committed by him. So we expect that by now he will have been arraigned in the appropriate court. Since they haven't done that, of course we're asking for his unconditional release.
All right, regarding the use of the word revolution, how would you react to that? That has been the particular word they are hammering, saying that it's treasonable, so to speak. How would you react to that?
There is no section of our law, right, that has criminalized the use of the word revolution. There's no provision of our criminal law or penal code that has criminalized the use of the word revolution. I've said it publicly. Anybody can use any word. It is when you now actualize the use of a word that an offense may be said to have been committed.
What about attempts?
Because many people have used the word revolution. Attempt to do what? Attempt to do what? To demonstrate? And the man was arrested before the demonstration. So where is the problem? Where is the offense? And those who were arrested for taking part in the rallies have been charged with unlawful assembly. That's all. That's all. But when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. I mean, the matter is in court.
All right, so
And I hope this case provides an opportunity for Nigerians to learn what happened when the war revolution was used in the past.
all right.
Back to colonial days.
All right. Sir, lastly, do you think Nigerians are ready for revolution?
It's not what I think. It's not what I think. I do know there are revolutionary pressures in the country. In fact, it may even interest you. There are many young people who are totally disoriented, have taken up arms against the state. I'm sure you're aware of that. Including kidnappers, armed robbers, terrorists, and the rest. They're also fighting the Nigerian state. And those who are saying, let us organize the country in a way that chaos will be prevented, are now being harassed by the government. If you want to remove a government, you don't call for a rally in a stadium. Are you with me? You know, those who remove governments in the past, including elected government, never went to the stadium.
So do you consider that a mistake?
Which mistake? Of what?
Yeah.
Which mistake?
Using the word revolution.
You don't know many people have used the word revolution in this country, including political leaders? Yes? Yes?
Okay.
I mean, 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, the military oligarchy, the military hierarchy had to come out publicly to say we are not planning a coup. Because people were asking them to stage a coup. None of those who called for a coup was arrested. In fact, people felt maybe these guys do not know what they are doing. And they were just ignored. You understand me? Yeah. So there's no mistake at all.
What's the next line of action?
In what respect?
As regards...
It's for Nigerians to get organized. And that's what I've said today. People have to get organized. Beyond the verbalization of the war revolution, people must actually now move out, and prepare the Nigerian people. Because it's inevitable. The political system has been hijacked. I'm sure you are aware of that. Votes no longer count in our country. I'm sure you are aware of that. And so, and I think that was the warning by the late President J.F. Kennedy. That those who make peaceful change impossible, make violent revolution inevitable. I think what Sowore and others have done is to warn the government, is to warn the ruling class that the reckless exploitation of our country, of our people, right? The heartless oppression going on in the country cannot continue for too long. I think it's a warning. Instead of harassing those who protested peacefully, I had thought the government would have gone back to the drawing table and engage in meaningful consultations with the Nigerian people to reorganize this country in a peaceful way. I mean, just imagine this morning, we were almost going to be told that we couldn't even have a rally, a meeting. You have said people cannot protest on the street. You now want to make it impossible for people to meet.